In a world where laughter was king.
No in a world, Jack.
What do you mean, no in a world?
It's not that kind of movie.
Oh? Okay. In a land that...
No in a land either.
In a time...
I don't think so.
In a land before time.
It's about a comedian, Jack.
One man.
No.
When your life is no longer your own.
What does that mean?
When everything you know is wrong.
That's wrong.
In an outpost.
No.
On the edge of space.
There's no space.
A girl.
No.
Two girls.
No.
Now.
No.
More than ever.
Stop it.
A renegade cop.
I hate you.
A robot renegade cop.
You're fired.
You're fired.
No, you're actually fired.
I'm fired.
Get out of the booth, Jack.
No, I like it in here.
It's good to see you. I must go. I know I will go.
Hold him. Now you listen to me, you hillbilly punk who thinks the world's still round. I'm here to tell you it's not. It's flat!
He's an interesting guy, man, and you know, he believes it. So, Kyrie, the Earth is flat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, whatever.
That's news.
That's news. Here we go.
716. You must unite what has been set asunder.
We are TFR, Truth Frequency Radio.
Is as we must account for every idle word, so must we account for every idle silence. That's from Benjamin Franklin. Hopefully that's the right one. And thank you for everybody that's messaging me saying, "Oh wait, I'm an alien right now. Hang on." Okay, now in fact I had to correct my voice. That's great. Yes, here now my voice is low. Fantastic. Okay, now everyone should say my voice is fine. Good. Okay. All right, 20 minutes. Okay, I got a few minutes to the break. The Mark Sargent 2018 Flat Earth Challenge is still in effect. This is my personal declaration of war from Flat Earth against mainstream science. I, Mark Sargent, hereby put forth a challenge to any university, foreign or domestic, to loan me a NASA-approved self-contained spacesuit, put me in a vacuum chamber, and pull the switch. For more information on this, please check out the Flat Earth Clues number 13, The Lost Nail. Let's see, what else? Announcements. Quickly, Behind the Curve is going to be coming out. Check local film festivals next to you. You can check out the documentary information at behindthecurvefilm.com. Check out Paul in the Plains, Flat Earth television, music videos. It's FETV. So ask for it by name. I want my FETV. And, of course, the conference, which is coming up in Denver, Colorado this November. Just check out the details on that. Go to fe2018.com. So sorry I'm a little rushed and all over the place. And, well, it's your voice not fine. My voice is not fine now? My voice is, well, Caroline says it's better, Peanut Gallery. So how you were using your bedroom voice. No, that wasn't my bedroom voice. That was the microphone screw-up voice, because the microphone doesn't reset every time I do a connection. All right, and so now you guys are gonna have to deal with me connecting to stuff, because I like pulled out of all the connection stuff. So let's go to tfrlive.com, Vault, and make sure everybody's connected there. I'm gonna connect the phone lines up. I don't know why it was dead air. We have 2 calls on hold. I'm not going to pick it. I have 6 minutes of the break, and I want to read the Kyrie Irving article. Sorry, the microphone's over there when I do that. Let's see. So let me connect the phone lines. Can't believe we're doing this on the fly, but you know what? This stuff happens every once in a while. And if I didn't do tech support for as long as I did, I would be really concerned and ticked off, but I'm not. All right, so the phone lines should be picking up here any second, hopefully. Of course, I wouldn't surprise me if the phone lines were dead during this entire thing, because no, the phone lines are working now. So it should pop in any second. And the phone lines to call in are 213-233-3998. I'm not going to give out the other one because I'm not going to forward the other one, because I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. So the phone number is 213-233-3998. We are not going to pick up the phones this particular segment because I want to read this Kyrie Irving article. So I will do it with you guys. We're going to go to Google, and we're going to type in flat Earth Kyrie, and we're going to read the USA Today article, which is this right here. I want to read this because there's a lot of press on Kyrie, and I want to make sure that you guys get exactly what happened. So the press, everybody's saying the same thing, which is Kyrie Irving apologized for saying the earth is flat. And as a matter of fact, that's what the USA Today article is saying. But I want to read this. So here it goes. It was written by Andrew Joseph, and it was featured last night. It's been over a year since Kyrie Irving first said publicly that he believed that the earth is flat. Since then, and by the way, over a year, try 20 months at this point, almost 20 months. Since then, Irving has been asked about this categorically and scientifically false belief on a regular basis. See, the guy from USA Today, he hates this idea. In September, Irving claimed that he was just trolling with his flat earth comments, but anyone who had heard Irving speak about it before was skeptical. He seemed to genuinely think the earth was flat. The Celtics guard has now apologized for talking about flat earth theories in the first place. And this was posted by Nicole Yang, who watched him on stage, and she recorded him with her cell phone and put it online. Speaking at the Forbes Under 30 Summit, Irving admitted that he was really into conspiracy theories at the time. While he didn't straight up say that he now accepts that the earth isn't flat, he made a point to apologize to everyone affected by his flat earth phase. He said, and I quote, "What you say, what you do, and how you mean it at the time, I was huge into conspiracies. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been there like, whoa, what's going on with our world? At the time, you're innocent in it, but you realize the effect of the power of voice. Even if you believe in that, just don't come out and say stuff. It's for intimate conversations, because perception while you're received changes. I'm actually a smart-ass individual. At the time, I just didn't realize the effect. I'm sorry about all that." And then the writer says, "We just need Kyrie to say the earth isn't flat. That would put an end to this." You see, Kyrie, what he was doing was, and I want to be very clear on this, is he was apologizing to all the science professors, notably the inner city science professors, or science teachers, I should say, all across the country. Because when Kyrie went out and said that, he didn't realize that a lot of kids really look up to him. You know, we look up to our sports celebrities, especially if you're young. We look up to baseball and football and basketball players, and a lot of kids were looking up to him. And remember, Kyrie Irving, they hold him in higher regards, much higher regards than their own teachers, including a science teacher. So when a science teacher started talking about the globe, the kids were chiming in. It's like, hey, Kyrie Irving doesn't believe in the globe. You know what? I don't either. And he made a huge effect. And here we are, you know, almost 20 months later. And now Kyrie is apologizing to the teachers. Did he come out and say that he believes in the globe? No. Did he come out and say that the earth isn't flat? No. No, but at the same time, he and I don't blame him for feeling guilty about that. I don't, because, well, let's face it, he caused a lot of damage in the educational community. But from our standpoint, from the Flat Earth community side, hey, he did great. It was wonderful. But yeah, he caught a lot of flack for that. In fact, I remember at the All-Star game when he first said it, I think it was the USA or was it Newsweek? It was one of those guys, they were saying, look, you can't say this. You can't say this publicly on television. There's a lot of kids watching. You have a responsibility not to corrupt their minds. And, you know, he was shrugging it off. He's like, you know, he'd already won his title. He already had his ring, was playing with LeBron James. What was he? You know, who's this reporter? He was nobody. So anyway, just to clear it up, Kyrie Irving has, you know, will he say it in the future? We'll see. I doubt it, though. Because remember, he was putting Flat Earth icons in his shoe commercials. So he believes it, absolutely believes it. And if you listen to his podcast, this wasn't like Shaquille O'Neal, where Shaquille backpedaled after 10 days. It's been almost 20 months. Apologizing after 20 months does nothing. In fact, it just adds more fuel to it, because now there's all sorts of people that didn't even know there was a story back then. And they were going, wait, he believed in what now? So now it's a whole new thing. It's a whole bunch of free press for us, which is great. Fantastic. Thank you for that. We'll take it. You kidding? Every news agency is covering this. So that's great. All right, Wayne, we're going to go to the break. I don't know if the music's going to kick in or not. It's supposed to kick in about 10 seconds. Then we're going to take some calls after that. We're going to go to Canada first. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say where it's from. 864-905-304. We'll probably pick those three up first and then go from there. So let's see where the music is. Is the music kicking in? Anybody? There it is. Back in 3.
You are now tuned into the truth frequency.
Your protection from deception. TLR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 2 of 4. Actually, it's kind of like part 1 1/3 of 4, because the whole first segment was completely screwed up. And I just want to explain what happened, even though the YouTube version be like, what is he talking about? It sounds fine. It's like, no. No, I try to connect. I do everything normal. I connect to the studio. That's the first thing I do. I just connect to the studio. Then I connect the phone lines and do all this fun little technical stuff. And the studio was not picking up. And that happens every once in a while. And I initially thought it was Paul on the plane, because he's just really terrible at everything he does. And I thought, okay, Paul on the plane didn't connect or disconnect. And so, but that wasn't it either. It was, he in fact, I asked Paul, I said, hey, Paul, you try to connect the studio? Nope, not picking up. And then for whatever reason, it shouldn't work like this. Modems, I mean, back in the old days when a modem jams up like that, it's never going to reset. But nowadays there's a timer in the background. If it just reinitialized, and I don't know what system did it, but I'll take it. So hopefully everybody caught the kind of rush to beginning and the Kyrie Irving thing, and now we can go to the phone lines. And I'm also got my eye on Zulu One's chat in the background. And thank you, Paul on the Plane, who does the Flat Earth show just before me. I listened to almost all of it, and you did a fantastic job flat smacking that guy. That was for $100. Nice job. I mean, it wasn't like he was going to win $100. He would have to pay out $100 if he didn't convince this guy in an hour. That's a bold statement. Anyway, let's go to the phone line, shall we? Remember, the phone number to call in is 213-233-3998. That's 213-233-3998. Let's go to 905 right now. 905, you're on with Strange World. Better late than never, huh?
Oh, yeah, and as soon as you rehashed the show, Mark, everything was perfect. The first 15 minutes or so.
I know. I heard nothing. It was... Here's the thing. You want to call it luck. I heard it was like dead air for the first 15 minutes. And because normally, if you know TFR, if nothing happens from my side, they have a show immediately kick in. The system recognizes there's nothing happening, and it'll eventually kick into a rerun. Yeah.
I've had that with Jaron.
Yeah. So I mean, I've run the gamut with technical issues, but who knows? Fate. And people were coaching. I had people in Skype in the background go, keep trying. And it's like, I've already tried like 30 times. And then sure enough, it's like all of a sudden just connected. And of course, Murphy's Law. I had already shut down everything. I shut down the vault. I shut down the phone lines. It's like, screw you. I'm not dealing with it. And then the second I do that, it's like, oh yeah, bleep. And it wasn't like it went into, it was like I went right into the dead air. It's like, oh, here I am. Great. Fantastic. Anyway, what's going on?
Oh, not much. So I was talking to Jaron and David last night on your TFR Raw. But
yeah.
So we were talking about flat smacking, and long story short, my landlord has decided to sell my house.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, in limbo as to what's going to happen.
How long have you been in that house?
Almost a decade.
10 years?
A little less.
I hate to say it, but that is not uncommon. You've been great, and then eventually it's like, I don't know how old they are. Look, been there myself. Where it's like, look, gotta, time to sell, time for me. Love the fact that you were a great tenant, but so where are you off to? You don't know yet.
I have no idea, but if I have to move, I'm going to go north. But
because that's what you want to do.
Even then, it doesn't matter.
Further north in Canada.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, the further away from the States I can get, the better. Sorry, right. American.
All right.
But so when I have these people walking through the house,
yeah.
The first time I had Glowbusters playing in the background,
right?
But it might have been a little too technical. So anytime in the future, I'm going to go with just Flat Earth music. And
nice.
I'm going to splat back people with music when they walk in and just start like looking around and invading my privacy and whatnot.
The music thing is kind of a dice throw because music is so subjective. People, everyone's got their own taste, and everybody has like 2 or 3 different genres of music that they hate. And so, and there's not, don't get me wrong, I've listened to everything on the playlist of Flat Earth, and there's a lot of really great stuff in there, but depending on who walks through, it's like, oh, I don't like dubstep, or I don't like rap, or I don't like folk music, or why is this guy, or, there's lots of people that hate country, for example. But hey, you know what? Subliminally behind the scenes.
Do we actually have Flat Earth dubstep?
Oh, good Lord,
There's
yeah.
Flat Earth dubstep.
There's flat. Thing? Yeah. If you listen to the entire play, there's a lot. Well, okay. Again, for those of you who are out there who can tell the difference between dubstep and trip hop and dark core, you've got probably too much electronica in your playlist. I would say that it's just it's just electronica or techno. there's just music is fragmented now into so many things. And I used to be an electronic guy, but electronic used to be like the only category in that line, but now it's all sorts of stuff. But anyway, the point is there's lighter and then there's softer electronic stuff that's out there.
Oh yeah, well, I was never into that to begin with, but I didn't know that was a category because I'm not a big country guy, but I love the country conspiracy music guru songs that are out there, and I appreciate them for what they are.
Yeah. Me too. So you think?
Sorry, long story short.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, just if you have people walking through your house and you're a flat earther, why not have some flat earth music playing instead of silent?
Absolutely, and you never know.
I find that really entertaining.
Well, heck, you know me. A good subliminal hot sex message can get in there, and then all of a sudden they're walking out the door. It's like, you know what? I never really thought about flat earth till just now, until I was just walking around that place. Oh, and Zane in the chat room says, tell him about Zane. Yes. We all know Zane makes some great flat earth music, and I'm pretty sure Paul on the Plane has plenty of Zane tracks in there. I hope so. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, and I've been subbed to Zane for half a year, if not longer.
Yeah.
So.
And I'd also like to say hi to everybody. It's in the chat room now. Shauna Collins, NASA CGI Snakes, Zane McVice, Zulu One, Caroline, Flat Earth Plane, Oregon, Suzettine, Just Jack. I don't know if he's still in there because he was there in the beginning. Karen B, Shauna Holmes. Looking through the list, Rob Kin, ADR, Chris Topher, don't know, or Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. She was in chat. I don't think she's in chat anymore. And of course, Brian Burton. And anyway, so anything else you had on your mind?
So speaking of Patricia, you guys are going live tomorrow for the Secret Show?
Yes, we are going to be doing the Secret Show tomorrow.
We'll get your shout out early, nice and early.
Well, yes, I will try to do it. Yes, I will be. Well, thank you for bringing it up. Let's just do it now, shall we?
Well, no, just a shout out for it, just to get it so it's out of the way and you don't forget. And
thank you, because I do forget a few things. I am going to be on Patricia Steers' show, Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes, tomorrow. That's at 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern, on her channel, FEOHP, otherwise known as Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. How's that?
And let's not forget Joe Jackson coming up in the third break.
Yeah,
Joe Jackson-esque.
Well, it's still Joe Jackson. I mean, it's honestly, I'm really surprised that I've played that instrumental just on its own, and if it's clear enough, YouTube will pick it up as the real thing. I mean, it's not like the guy was just trying to do his own impression of it. It's pretty much Joe Jackson without the lyrics. So.
Every time I hear that at like a store or in a restaurant,
yeah,
my flat Earth senses just fly right up, and I love it.
Nice.
All right, Mark. You have a great night, and sorry to take up too much time.
Oh no worries at all. No worries at all. Hey, I'm just glad the show's working.
Yeah. You're gold. So you got to line up, I'm sure. And take care.
All right. Talk to you soon. All right. Let's jump over to 864. 864 area code. You're on with Strange World and me right now.
Just Jack.
Hey, it's just Jack. Hey, I'm sorry that the show didn't start off as normal. I don't know what happened, but Perseverance won the day. But honestly, I was going to quit on that one. I was like going, screw it. I mean, literally, headphones were off. Just it's like whatever.
Yeah, I heard the sound finally coming in, and then I decided to call in, and there was some weird instrumental music on the TFR hold, and I was like, oh crap, the lines aren't working. And then he said, okay, the lines are going to be coming up, and I'm like, oh, I got to call now.
Yeah.
But
everything, but again, Murphy's Law. I literally had turned, I closing all the windows, and I was just about ready to, you know what, I'm going to have a piece of cake or something. It's like, nope.
Yeah. Have you seen the IT Crowd?
The IT Crowd. You mean the television show?
Yes.
Yeah. It was the British one, right? Where you, turn it off and turn it back on again. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what fixed it. Did you try turning it off and turning it on? Okay.
I got to that late. Not a lot of people in the United States had watched it, but it's big in Canada. And so I was up there, and it was on Netflix or something like that. And so I watched. I think I binged it all. I was going, oh,
so
right.
Did I.
And it's like there's.
Yeah, it was. I loved it.
Yeah, turn it off. But honestly, how many times did tech support guys do that? I mean, I was in support. Like, look,
absolutely.
Turn it off. Reboot. Have you rebooted? You sure you rebooted? In this case, I
think the funnier one is, are you sure it's plugged in? Is it turned on? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and that's the truth. Anyway,
so I was actually calling about another British show that I started binge watching just recently. It's called The Prisoner. Have you ever seen that?
No.
I mentioned it in Zulu's chat, and he recognized it. He says, "I am not a number." So, yeah, anybody who gets an opportunity to watch it, I know it's on Amazon Prime. I don't know where else it is, but it's a TV show called Prisoner. It's an old British TV show, and it's very telling. It kind of is like an old version of The Truman Show, only a TV series.
Really?
It's kind of like this guy is trapped in this town, and everybody's a player. And he's constantly trying to get out, but he's trying to figure out who's the prisoner and who's the controllers. And it's a very telling show, though.
Wait a minute. Did I see this thing? Was it? You'll forgive me. Was it? And I'm not comparing it to Westworld, but was it like a desert type of setting when he first was introduced? It was like.
No, it's I don't know. They did a remake of it because after I saw the old version, I saw that they have a newer version, so it might be that one. I'm not sure.
Right.
But this is basically like he just wakes up in the town that they call the village, and in the village, everybody has a number, nobody has a name, and if you pay attention to what the show is really about, you can see it's about the real world. And the funny thing is that it's like pre-modern tech, but yet all the technology that they use in the show is the technology we have today, which is also pretty strange. And it's a pretty interesting show. I just wanted to suggest that you check it out and everybody else check it out. But
I will.
But here's news. Here's news.
What?
The Earth is flat. I just found out.
Did you hear that? I think Peanut Gallery has a quote just for you. It's everything you add to the truth subtracts from the truth. And that's from
absolutely.
That's from Alexander Solzhenitsyn. It's a Russian.
Well, there's a verse out of scripture that says, "Do not add to or take away from this word." Same thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's that.
Anyway.
Of course.
Yeah. Have a good show, Mark.
Hey, thanks.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you for calling in. Hopefully lightning doesn't strike twice. Thanks, man.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Let's jump over to 304, area code 304. You are on with Strange World and Me, and sort of indeed a strange evening. What's up?
Yes, sir. It is a strange evening. Good to hear from you.
Well, hey, glad to be here. Didn't think I was going to be here, but and actually, statistically, it shouldn't have happened because again, once the show goes in about 10 minutes, if you're not on the air, it immediately kicks to another show, and then you can't get in. They lock you out, and it did not in this case. So I am just hoping that everything records fine, and we'll find out after the show. So what's going on?
Just a couple questions. First, from your early Strange World episodes,
right?
Have you been keeping up with the Space Grandpa cousin?
Space Grandpa? Yes, I have. As a matter of this isn't him, right?
No, this isn't him.
Okay. No. Well, okay. Well, no, because my cousin, who wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I know he listens to the show from time to time. Wouldn't surprise me if he used like a voice modulator, because he normally sounds like Harold Ramis, and he's really easy to spot.
Nice.
So,
have you converted him?
Who? My cousin? Oh, good Lord, yes. Oh yeah, he's totally with us. But he has to stay. He has to stay in the closet. I have got several cousins that have to stay in the closet, and then there's other cousins that hate me for it or don't talk about it. It's pretty much split right down the middle. You know, my mother's into it. My sister won't talk about it. In fact, here's weird. I've got cousins. They're twin girls, right? They're slightly older than me, and one of them will talk about it with me, and she's really kind of, fascinated with the idea. The other one has completely distanced herself from me. You know, she wrote me a letter with some profanity and said, "Are you out of your effing mind?" Blah, blah, blah. It's like, really? Really? You guys are twins. I thought it was that whole hive mind thing, but no, it was not the case.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
That's a bummer. Maybe
no, but anyway, Space Grandpa actually passed away years ago. But the cousin who was tied to that whole thing, no, he's down in Arizona, and I don't talk to him that often, but I saw him fairly recently.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've been doing flat smacking myself. Of course, yes, I'm a flat earther, everybody.
Right on.
I got some window paint on my own pre-billboard, on my back of my car. I got Keep Earth Flat. I did away with it because it is what is it,
Right.
I put Earth, Keep Earth Flat, and I put Isaiah chapter 40, verse 21 and 22. Just a little biblical verse there.
Nice.
Got a lot of funny looks and a lot of, hey, maybe, I don't know. But the door's open. People can ask me questions. People have been asking me questions.
Good.
That's what I want. I want to plant the seed.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. That's awesome.
And one more real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick thing. NASA's not going to do what you want. Screw them with the vacuum chamber thing.
Yeah, probably not.
Here's it.
Go ahead.
I know. Here's an idea. Okay, you borrow Karen B's P900.
Yeah.
Get Rob Skiba and all the veterans out there. Get you a weather balloon. Was it hydrogen gas?
Yeah. Well, the really strong ones use
harness,
hydrogen gas.
Scuba tank. Yeah. Well, we want strong. We want to go high.
Right.
Get you a scuba tank. What are those Eskimo outfit?
Yeah, an Eskimo parka.
Stay warm.
Yep.
A scuba tank and a parachute. Get your P900 and we shoot you up into the sky on one of them weather balloons and you start recording.
That sounds...
Do a complete 180.
That sounds absolutely like the last thing that would ever happen to me.
Oh, good.
It would go horribly wrong. You know that, right? It would be awful. But I like the idea. I do. I think it's resourceful. In fact, there's probably people over the years that have accidentally attached themselves to weather balloons. I am sure it's happened where they were tethered accidentally, and they get up around. Luckily, they get her up around 18,000 feet, and they just black out anyway before they freeze to death.
Well, that's what the scuba tank's for.
Well, yeah, I know, but yeah, and then of course, you might freeze to death at 30,000 feet. But it's a cool idea. I like it. Who knows? Maybe that's how it'll end up going before it's over.
I know.
You got to remember, even the Red Bull jump guy, even he took up a capsule with him to 130,000 feet. Then he jumped out.
Yeah. All we got to do is get 10 miles like August Picard did, right?
Right.
Get your altimeter.
Right.
Altimeter, 10 miles, and he saw Earth was an upturned edge.
Right.
That's what 60-some thousand feet?
Something like that, yeah. That is a little odd that he would see an upturned edge with his bare eyes. That is weird. Well, no, he didn't see it with his bare eyes, though. He was looking through a porthole. So,
possible.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, though. Thanks for all that.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, guys, keep calling in. It's good to hear from everybody. Keep it fun, everybody.
All right. Talk to you soon.
See ya.
All right. Let's jump over to, we'll take up at least one more before the break. Let's do 86. Wait, did I already pick this one up? Hopefully not. 864 area code. Are you there?
Yeah, hey, Mike, can you hear me okay?
Good. Did I already talk to you tonight? No.
No, you talked to just Jack, another 864.
Okay, yeah, you 864s.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you. What's going on?
Cropping up all over the place around here, I guess.
what's on your mind?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you. I don't know if I caught it or not, but did you happen to see the September 4th article on the Daily Mail? Why flat earthers and Holocaust deniers won't change their mind?
I don't think I did. September 4th, you say?
Yeah,
That was 3-4 weeks ago. Why? Pretty interesting. A little interesting that they would lump up both of them in the same thing.
Well, you were featured on it.
I was?
But not in the text. Just, a video of you at a Flat Earth conference. You were featured on it.
Oh, good.
And it's funny. So the whole point of the article is there was some sort of study that they said flat earthers value feedback over facts, which is kind of funny because I always thought we looked at everything, from all different angles, pun intended.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these people are lumping together just dissing flat earthers, which is, and they refuse to look at any contradictory evidence or observations. But it's funny, they had a video of you at the Flat Earth conference saying, I may have just escaped from an insane asylum, but they cut it off there.
Yeah, the BBC one, yeah.
Yeah, but that was where you were saying, go do your own research. So it kind of, right then and there, it kind of disproved the whole point of the article. So I just thought you'd might want to check that out.
All right.
I can send you a link.
Yeah, please do. And I'm giving your phone number to Just Jack because he asked about you just now. If you don't mind.
Very cool.
I'm not going to say it on air. I'm just going to type it into my the chat box. You can trust those people. Well, most of them. I mean, half of them got criminal records, and I think almost every one of them is on drugs. But whatever, it's a happy, fun group. Maybe
they'll bring some over.
Well, yeah, that and don't turn your back on them. No, it's cool. Yeah, it's weird because that BBC, I'm conflicted because the two things that used me in the thumbnail from that conference, one is the BBC, and they sent just this girl, I think they hired her domestically and they had her come down and shoot it. And then the other one was ABC News, both completely different. BBC kind of treated it like a circus sideshow. And the other one, the ABC one, actually treated us pretty kindly, but I think that's because we had somebody on the inside on ABC, and everyone says, "Oh, you don't." And so, yeah, we do. First thing you should know about Flat Earth is we have people everywhere. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you know how they can deceptively edit this stuff. It was basically making it sound like you were confessing to being insane.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I throw out sound bites like that deliberately to see which ones they take, and it's fine. And I don't use that insane one much. But I thought I'd see what she bid on, and I'll be damned. That's exactly what she bid on. So whatever.
But the point was valid, though. You're saying do your own research, and instead of them, that didn't fit with the tone of the article.
Right.
So they edited it to make it sound like you're just saying you were a crazy guy, and then they said that Flat Earth.
Because that's what crazy people do. Anyone,
exactly.
Any psychologist will tell you if you say that you're crazy, you're probably not. It's the ones that say, I'm not insane. They're the ones that think they're Napoleon. Anyway, you got about 45 seconds till we go to music. What you want to do? Any shout outs? You want awkward pause?
No shout outs, but I'd be interested when you come back or when you get a chance if you could touch on the new moon landing supplements they've got on YouTube, where if you just go on YouTube and you type in moon landing, you get a little blurb.
Okay.
That just reminds you of government propaganda. So.
Cool. Right on. All right.
Alrighty. Yeah, well, so I'll listen off the air.
Okay. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye. Thanks, Mark. Bye.
All right. We're going to go to break, and then we're coming back for, I believe it's part 3, if I'm not mistaken. So the phone number is 213-233-3998, 213-233-3998. Back in a few.
As I look into your eyes, I see the sunrise. The light
Frequency Radio is your number one. Wherever you are, make it Truth Frequency Radio.
Major Kong. I'm ready to target the ICBM complex at Laputa. Switch all receiver circuits to CRM discriminators. What's cooking on the threat board? Nothing. Alright, tell you what you better do, old buddy. You better give Elmo and Charlie a flash, man. Bump everything up to condition ready. Stand by the floor on your back. Major Kong. Major Kong. Hey, what about Major Kong?
Clear and plain and coming through fine.
What about me?
It's great to be fine.
What about Major? What's happened? You see the string in my leg, Scarry. What about Major? I never told you. Hey, what about Major Kong?
Welcome back to Strange World, part 3 of 4. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, and we're doing a call-in show. Hopefully you guys listened from the beginning, where you heard me read the USA Today article on Kyrie Irving and how he was, again, fooling the press. Again, he did it. It's amazing how, and I know I shouldn't make fun of the media, but sometimes they're just looking for it. They're so hoping for him to recant his flat earth testimony. And all he did was he apologized to all the science teachers and said, oh yeah, I'm sorry I made their lives hard. That's basically what he said. And I would have felt guilty too. I mean, you can imagine, probably hundreds, if not thousands of these teachers in cities all across the country who were getting flack from their students. You know, you get flack from a 11-year-old kid or a 12-year-old kid that says that their basketball idol believes in flat earth. So why should I believe a school teacher? It's only making $40,000 a year, if that. Anyway, let's jump over to, let's grab the phone lines. And by the way, you guys can call in is 213-233-3998. That's 213-233-3998. And we will pick up 479 area code first. 479, you're on with Strange World right now.
Good evening, Mark. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. This is Randy from Bentonville.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, man, just calling to let you know that the Flat Earth meetup that we had, it went really, really well. Like, I was really surprised. We had I think we had a total of 11 show up. Some drove from like 3 hours away just to get there, but nice. It was really cool to actually be in a position where you're able to meet other flat earthers and sit down and talk to them about flat earth and everything else, and them actually converse back and not look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we hear that from, I don't know how many meetups I've been to now. And I see it's always the same every time. People come in from all over because in some cases, because remember, 90% of our membership is still in the closet. In some cases, they don't have any friends or family or coworkers that they can talk to. So going to the meetup is the only thing they can do. I mean, yeah, they can join some hangouts and stuff. But the meetups are really cathartic. And of course, when we went to the conference last year in Raleigh and then the one up in Edmonton in Canada, you get hundreds of those people together, and then it gets really weird because the energy just is through the roof. Everyone's just so pumped up. So anyone listening, if you haven't made your plans, if there's any way you can get out of work or whatever you're doing and go to Denver for a couple days or even a day, totally worth it. Denver, Colorado, second week of November, the big U.S. Flat Earth Conference is going to be fantastic. So there you go.
Awesome. Yeah. I was just, it really impressed me because you have people that show up from all different walks of life. And, the one thing that everyone there has in common is that they all can acknowledge that they haven't seen the curve because it's not there. And you get, some people that, have done years worth of research, and some people that have, kind of come into it and they want to know more, but when I put it together, I didn't think that it was going to be anything. I thought it would be me showing up by myself, eating, being lonely, and more people just kind of trickled in and were like, "Hey, we're here for the meetup," and it was like, "Wow, man, there really are other people out there."
Right on. Right on. Yeah. It's always great to hear, and we'll wish you best success in whatever meetups you do next. And we've done.
Oh yes, there will be more.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know who. Nobody's got the record. I'm not necessarily keeping score on who's got the most meetups. I think Los Angeles currently is got the most because they've got multiple groups that are firing them off in different parts of the city. But we've done over a couple hundred in just the United States and Canada alone. And we don't even know about the international stuff, really. That's Indonesia, it's really, really big. France, Spain, UK is doing a bunch. Europe is. There's so many that are happening. It's becoming a worldwide phenomena. Anyway, anything else before I send you off?
No, that is all. Thanks, and have a good show, man.
All right, thanks, man. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, let's jump right over to, I hope that is 909. 909 area code, did I get that right? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Mark? Nathan from California.
Nathan from California. So I hear there's news there. In fact, I'm reading this in the chat that things are happening in California. So give me the lowdown. What is the sitch?
So tomorrow we're going to be sitting down with a gentleman who was in the documentary Behind the Curve.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Spiros Mikalakis, and
right.
He is a quantum theory physicist, mechanics guy, and we're going to be sitting down and talking about real world observations and the science behind flat Earth, and why we deserve to be recognized as a legitimate thing. And yes, we're going to be live streaming it on Pancho Pete's channel, and it's going to be starting at 6:00. And it'll be me and Sasha. She runs the it's a Flat Earth After All meetup group on meetup.com. And then also a gentleman named Jai. You've met him. He was at the Arcadia meetup.
Cool.
And then Kenny Flat Earth is going to be live streaming it for us. So we're going to have a really cool setup, and going to have a lot of visuals for him to look at. And it'll be an open discussion just to get it going. He actually works. He's like a PR guy for Caltech, and he has all the degrees and everything, and quantum theory and mathematical physics and all that stuff.
He's trying to be.
He's
if you
very,
don't.
very qualified.
Oh yeah, yes, he's very, very qualified. For those, and I know most people haven't seen. Obviously, most people haven't seen Behind the Curve yet, but they had a physicist, and he. I'm sorry, his first name is what again? Spiros. And Spiros is trying to be he's not trying to be the new Neil deGrasse Tyson, but he's trying to be kind of like the Hollywood liaison to science. And so, and he does well on camera, and he was in the documentary, and he was also at the world premiere up in Toronto. That's where I met him first. And I believe he was also at the showing down in LA, down at the LA Film Festival. And so, yeah, I'm glad that that you guys are good. And he's fascinated with the whole thing, which is also interesting. He's really interested in the community. Now, of course, he's got so much conditioning. The chances of you turning him are going to be a snowball's chance in hell. I mean, you can't be a physicist. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Even if Fox News came out tomorrow and said the world is flat, he probably wouldn't be able to take it. He would want to be those guys. He would crawl up into a very expensive bottle of scotch and probably not come out for a while. But it's going to be great. I fully, I have no doubt that you guys are going to represent well, and hope you can make an impact on this guy. I'm sorry. Is there going to be other than you guys? Is there going to be anyone else around, or is it just going to be a quiet little intimate gathering?
It's just going to be us. We actually got an Airbnb, and we're gonna be like doing an interview in the living room. It's gonna be just real nice and quiet.
Oh wow,
Everything's gonna be
nice.
like that. It's gonna be a really nice little production.
Oh wow,
And,
that's kind of cool. So
Spiros, Spiros he's a quantum mechanics. In quantum theory, it's theory. It's exactly what it is. Like all the other theories, theory.
right.
And what I plan to do is bring him and make him step into our observable reality and show him the experiments that we've done at Salton Sea and Monterey Bay, and because we have now like almost I think 7 observations under our belt,
right?
Long distance, line of sight stuff, and this last one that we did went incredibly well.
I have no doubt. Are you going to show him? Are you going to flash him the video? Are you going to have laptops to where you're going to okay, look at this 3-minute segment, or look at this. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm actually just going to bring my iMac. I have like a 27-inch iMac, whatever.
Cool.
I'm going to set it up in the living room, and you'll be able to see everything.
Perfect.
Have a nice screen for him to look at. And
perfect.
Unfortunately, I lost my iPad this week, which is what I used to do all the face-to-face type. That I had it in Hollywood, and I have all my videos and all my photographs, and it's really easy to show people and manipulate the stuff that I want to do.
Right.
So I'm going to bring my computer.
All right.
And yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Right on, man. That's
this,
fantastic. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if you heard that we went back out to Monterey just this last Saturday.
No, I did not know.
Yeah, we went out there. Myself, Wendell, Sydney, and Josh Walker, and we went out to Monterey Bay. It's like the neck. If you're looking at California, it kind of looks like a guy, and it would be like his chin. And went out there, and we're trying for like 20 miles, but we were able to set up a almost 14-mile observation.
Wow.
Where we took the mirrors out and reflected the sun all the way 14 miles, and we had a P1000. A friend of ours let us borrow P1000. We also had our infrared P900s, and it was really cool. We got it from 22 feet, 15 feet, 5 feet, and then 3 feet above sea level.
Nice.
And the mirror was actually in the sand and in the water, so it was at sea level.
Awesome. Who again?
So
the irony is great. The fact that you're using, because again, the sun is our enemy during these tests, and you use the sun against itself, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we'll make the sun the brightest laser there is, and you punch through the distortion. That's awesome.
Yeah, and the conditions were fantastic too.
Great.
It's so beautiful being at the ocean instead of a dead lake.
Great.
Dead, barren furnace of a lake. It was
awesome.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. It was totally beautiful.
That's awesome.
And
all right, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I caught footage of a great white shark breaching in the bay, while I was zoomed in on the smokestacks that we were looking at, 14 miles away.
Nice.
It was pretty cool.
Nice.
But
cool,
I'm gonna
man.
put a little video together, and it'll be cool. But yeah, I hope you guys can tune in and stuff. It's gonna be real
Cool. So we
can
can check it out on the Poncho Pete channel, one of Poncho's Pete's streams, hopefully. And if not, definitely you guys will record it. So.
Yeah. No, we're definitely streaming on Ponchos starting at 6.
Great. Good for you. Awesome. I'm really, really excited for you, and hope you keep Spiros as long as you can. If you got the Airbnb, it's like, feed him some drinks, then tie him up, duct tape, keep him in the basement for a while until we can get the conditioning out of him.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to hold on to him for as long as possible.
Nice, man. All right.
And, he works at Caltech. And he has access to a lot of scientific papers and stuff that are actually would be really helpful for our arguments and stuff. So.
Very, very, very cool.
All right.
All right, man.
Picking up enough of your time.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you very much. And good luck tomorrow. If you need anything, just let me know, okay?
Okay. Thanks a lot, Mark.
All right. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's jump over to. Did I pick up these guys or not? I can't tell because the area codes. I get some of the same ones. All right, let's pick up this guy first. 910. Did I already pick you up?
No.
Well, at least you're not beating around the bush. It's all right. So, what can I do for you this evening? You're on with Strange World.
Hey, what's up, Mark? I got a couple of new ones for you, but first, real quick, I don't know if you would know or anyone else would know the different light spectrums. Could we pick up that shit they're dropping from the planes?
Oh, you mean chemtrails? I don't know if anyone's. That's an interesting thought. If somebody
That's a
could
good idea, right?
point an infrared camera at the chemtrails and see what they look like. That is interesting. Did you steal that from the movie Predator?
No.
Because that was like one of the main point in Predator 2 with Danny Glover and Gary Busey. They thought they had the Predator. They said, well, the Predator can only see in these spectrums. And then the Predator starts fiddling with his gear, his headset, and it turns out he can see in like 8 more spectrums. It's like, nuts. So they.
Oh God. Okay.
And then he killed most of them at that point.
Okay, so I don't remember. I don't know if you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know if you remember Toy Story and the guy who spoke for what is it, Buzz Lightyear. Do you remember that? The Disney
Infinity
film?
and Beyond. Yeah. Toy Story.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So the guy who spoke for that part. Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. Yeah.
He used to have a show called Home Improvement, right?
Of course.
Okay. So if you want to look back in some of those shows, he had the guys from NASA on.
Right. He would bring on, it was a right wing type of show. He would bring on astronauts. Yeah. Sports guys.
It's very interesting to look at those shows and watch them make fun of them and watch the tools that they present and tell you how they use them.
Right.
That was very interesting. But the last thing is, this is very interesting, and I just want you to take a couple minutes with it. The people who read the Bible, Revelation 8:12, where it says the fourth angel sounds his trumpet.
Right.
It says the sun is smitten, the moon, and a third of the stars.
Right.
So that the day does not shine for a third part of it, and the night likewise. Now you have 3 things that can happen. Either we're going to see a crescent sun, because it's not going to show for a third part of the day. Either we're going to have a crescent sun, or it's going to be turned completely off, or it's going to dim. And if it dims, I think that would prove it's close to us.
Oh, I think it would too. Absolutely.
Have you ever thought of that? That's
Yeah.
something I was thinking about.
Again, because in a planetarium, that's all you're doing is dimming things. Like when in a planetarium, you can make a blood moon, in which all you have to do is, you just change the filter on the moon and you change it to red and it dims. Now, of course, with the sun, because the sun is always the sun, which is why eclipses are such a big deal. You never ever see anything but the sun. So having the sun dim itself, that would be a dead giveaway. Of course, but people wouldn't know what to make sense of it. It's like, how is that possible? How is that? It must be God, or it must be something else, but or it could be just a really, really small sun. But either way, it's I hear you.
And for the guys who say, it's not a physical thing like the moon, you can see through it. Right. I mean, if I turn my light bulb off, I can see through my light bulb.
Right.
But I can still touch it. I can still touch it, right?
It's good.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But please, the chemtrails, please, someone do that.
Yeah. Somebody, anyone's out there. I mean, it's easy enough to do. We got people out there with it. If you see chemtrails, just point your P900 or whatever it is with your infrared filter on it. Crank it up and look at it and see if it looks any different. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Please, what are you willing to do? I mean, these guys are poisonous. I'm tired of seeing that spiderweb shit on the ground.
I hear you. Any shout outs before I let you go?
No one shouts out to me, man.
What?
No shout outs.
All right, fine. I will give a shout out to you. 910 represent. How's that?
All right. Shout out to Mark. All right, bro.
Thanks, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's jump right over to 216 area code. What is happening?
How you doing, Mike?
Hey, it's going.
Cleveland.
How you
doing? All right.
I'm doing pretty good.
I was watching a video, and they had these guys from the UK, and they're interviewing Eric Dubé.
Yeah.
And why is it that he keeps bringing up that you're some kind of a shill?
Why does Eric Dubé hate me? Oh boy. Okay, I'll give you the short version. The short version is that Eric doesn't like. Okay, first it started that Eric just doesn't like playing well with others. I mean, there's a few people out there that are like that. Look, the flat earth thing is.
I understand that. Okay.
But the other thing is that I called him out on it. Which was he's got kind of a side project going, which is he doesn't like. I'll just say it because I don't mind. You know, it's not a G-rated show. He doesn't like Jewish people, and he mixed those videos in with flat Earth videos. He'd be like, "Okay, 30 flat Earth videos in a row. I don't like Jewish people," followed by more videos like that, and so it's like, dude, come on. There's no reason, flat earth is flat earth. You don't have to, I don't care what demographic you're going after. If you're anti-black, if you're anti-Jewish, if you're anti-gay, if you're anti-woman, those are all separate things from flat earth. I don't like them being anywhere near it. And so that didn't help my case any with him either. So between the two things, between that and the competition, and again, he doesn't like, go ahead.
So you're in with the Jews then, that kind of thing?
What? Well,
I'm not saying I'm just
no. I mean, I know the argument I give to people, and people in the chat room will already know this, is I have no problem with any demographic group at all, except for my unquenchable burning hatred towards the Eskimos. And I hate them so much. I think their housing is unsafe. With those igloos, I think their fashion choices are ridiculous. And my father was actually killed on a whaling ship when a giant Eskimo canoe ran into it, and they both went down, and he died in the frozen waters of the Bering Sea. So that being said,
wow.
No, I totally made that part up. Are you kidding?
Okay, I was going to say, there's got to be baloney. I was like, come on.
But the point is, you'll get this in a second. My point is,
I know what you're saying now, yeah.
Does my unwavering hatred of the Eskimos does it have anything to do with flat Earth? No. Then why would I ever bring it up? You want to bring it up, do it on a different channel, do something else. And so that's my thing. So, but anyway, the big thing is competition. Eric likes to say that he was the one that invented it. But look, I got part of it's because he's not in the States. Look, I got interviewed by a bunch of American media, and he's over in Thailand, and he's really tough.
He wants to get interviewed, huh?
Well, he's got no way to get interviewed. Find me a phone number of this guy. He just no one in fact no one flat, not only that, but he doesn't mingle with anybody. Not to say that you should be social and go to all the dances, but he should go to the dances. He should go to hangouts and pop in every once in a while. Nope, he's going to be the whole, started IFERS and made himself king of that realm, which was great. But it's like, dude, you're not going to, it's a team effort. Whatever. So that's why.
All right, cool. Hey, one other thing, it's not flat Earth related. I was wondering if you saw that picture of Feinstein getting in the face of she's a CIA director, the lady?
No, Feinstein's she was just the, oh boy, I'm going to screw this up. She's the Democratic Senate chairperson for this particular hearing on the whole Kavanaugh thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but did you see the picture of her getting in the face of the lady who's in charge of the CIA or something like that? I think.
Well, CIA or FBI?
FBI, maybe. It's a lady.
Yeah, probably FBI. Because that would not surprise me. Because again, remember, and I don't want to go off too much. We only got a couple minutes till the music kicks in, but I got to mention it real quick. Don't forget that the Kavanaugh thing has nothing to do with Kavanaugh. It is strictly about Roe v. Wade.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. They need something. And the Democrats, look, I don't vote either way, but I understand both sides here. Yeah. And that is, one side is never going to let go of Roe v. Wade, and the other side wants it overturned. And both sides will do literally anything. If that means browbeating the FBI, if that means she's going to get in the face of the FBI, it would not surprise me in the slightest. It's going to get worse.
You should see that picture. It is very telling. It's like, wow.
I'll look for it.
It's like,
I'll look for it. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, look, the thing in the elevator where the activists were yelling at Flake, the Republican senator. I mean, that was staged. She's a professional activist, and why not? Why? Of course, that's what you're gonna do. It's not gonna be a happenstance ambush in the elevator. They're gonna go after him. They're gonna do anything they can to get the votes.
I mean, this lady that they have that's making these accusations, I think her dad worked for the CIA or something like that. It's like
it's hard. It's hard to
say. People are just.
I know.
They can get away with anything because of the media.
But yes, the media is skewed left at this point. So, with the exception,
and then here's my thing that I kind of agree with Eric with: who runs the media? And you got your answer right there.
Right. Good point. All right, man. Anyway,
appreciate your show.
Well, thank you, and we'll talk again.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, let's jump over to, well, you know what? We're going to pick up this guy, and then we're going to take him straight through the break. It's going to be 360 area code, which is in my neck of the woods. Are you there?
Hey, Mark.
Hey,
Dan here. Bally
hey
Music
there.
Journey.
Yeah, the music's going to kick in right about now, and so I'm going to mute you until we come back, okay?
Sounds good, man.
Right.
I'll be here.
All right.
Real people, real radio.
Initiating the truth frequency. This is Truth Frequency Radio.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 4 of 4. Yes, that was Joe Jackson stepping out from his album, Night and Day. Okay, we are doing 360. We had him on hold during the break. 360, you are right up the road from me, aren't you?
Not too far, yeah. Although, if it ices over tonight, it might seem like a long way. The global cooling
it might ice over
here
tonight too. It went from suntan weather to really cold rain. I mean, really cold rain quickly.
Yeah. I was out by the barbecue tonight, and barbecue season might be just about over.
Yeah, it feels
freezing.
like it. Yeah. Funny thing about, I mean, it's still the longer summer than I ever thought we'd get. I mean, it was, last day of September, and it was blinding sun. Hey, I got to ask you real quick. You know that the documentary is going to be playing at a film festival up in Bellingham in a few weeks. Did you not know this, or did know this?
Oh, no, I missed that. I didn't see the announcement. Sorry.
Well, I'm not really telling a lot of people because every flat earther that goes to this gets ticked off by the end. And you've been in it. Again, it's only for new people. It really is. But flat earthers, I know they want to see it because it's like, oh, wow, it's a flat earth documentary in mainstream. It's like, yeah, but if you've been in a little while. Then,
okay.
But I'm just letting you know there's going to be 2 showings. They're both at Doctober in, that's the name of the festival, Doctober in Bellingham.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's on a Thursday night, and I think one of them's on a Sunday night. And I'm speaking at one of them. The director is actually flying up, and he and I are going to be on stage for the first time kind of talking about it. And
do you know which one yet? Or
yeah, that's going to be the Sunday one.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll look for that. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Just letting you know, because I figured, you're about as close as anybody. You're closer than most people. It wouldn't
Yeah,
be
with the bridges here, we can get there a lot faster than you can.
Yeah, well, I'd drive up the island if I was going to do that. So I'd come across the bridge too. I just haven't decided yet if I'm going to be going to the Thursday one as well. I might want to sneak in on that one. We'll see. So
it's in a couple of weeks, huh? I'll check
it's going to be on the. Let's see. I can look up my calendar right now. It's going to be on the. The Thursday would be the 18th, and the 21st is a Sunday. So Sunday the 21st, I believe. So yeah, just mark it on your calendar if you want to see it. Again, I am warning you ahead of time, like I've warned everybody else that has seen it. And like, look, just so you know, it is what it is. It's a flat Earth documentary, and it's actually doing well as far as the film festivals and people liking it. In fact, there was a thing in
the Melbourne one. I didn't hear how it went there. Melbourne.
It's done well everywhere. It doesn't win awards, but it sticks in people's heads. It's one of those dark horse ones where people are
it's people's choice.
Yeah, they're talking about it because of all the topics. Look, documentaries, there's a lot of boring documentaries out there. And this one is not that, because you're watching, this and you're going, what is going on? And, I saw it firsthand up in Toronto with a full house where they were just descending upon me afterwards, not angry. They were just curious, like everybody. So anyway, I'm just letting you know. Hey, what else?
Yeah,
what else is happening with you? Yeah.
Well, everything's good. I'll just cut to the chase then. I got 3 things, and maybe you covered one. I got on at about 7:45 after dinner, but
okay.
Stop me if you already covered it tonight. So,
all right. What?
The first one is so this week Musk, got sued by the SEC at Tesla for lying about the status of private buyout. Yeah.
Right. Karma is a bitch, or as like to say, it's Karma Cafe. There are no menus. You get what you deserve. And it's and yeah, of course. Why not? He's an idiot. And I don't, me, I don't like saying bad things about people, but that guy should not be ever giving press conferences. Don't ever, as far as CEOs go, he is one of the worst people to put in front of a camera I've ever seen. Like, don't let him talk. People say, he makes Trump look good when it comes to, popping off in front of the camera, because he says stuff that's damaging and sometimes illegal in this case. So
and in this case, he didn't have any funds secured, and he used the quote funds secured line.
Right.
And the stock price went way up, and then of course people, when they found out it wasn't true, they lost money.
Right.
Because they bought in on that news.
Yep. There you go.
So I don't know if it'll be jail for him because he's connected, though.
No, he won't do time, but he'll pay fine after fine, and there'll be a civil suit probably before it's over. So, what was your second thing?
Well, the point of that though is this. Here's the guy that's supposed to be taking NASA from in being among the deadwood to moon and the Mars and beyond.
Right.
And we're putting all of our space program in his hands, and he's been sued for lying by our own government.
Oh yeah.
So how much logic does that make?
Right. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. This is the same guy that just announced just days before that he was going to take a billionaire and a whole bunch of artists around the moon in a spacecraft that hasn't even been designed, and he's going to do it in less than 5 years. Yeah, it's never ever going to happen.
Yeah, and last year Mars was supposedly, NASA said it was off the list for a while. They can't figure out how to do deep space. So
right.
Musk is a miracle worker, I guess.
Whatever.
Yeah. So when will people wake up to that? Why is he such an icon when it's so easy to see through him? I can't believe it. But
I know.
How can you be CEO of 4 companies at a time and be doing a good job on any of them?
I know. I absolutely agree.
Yeah. I'm venting.
Well, I mean, no. The New York Post. I was really surprised they didn't get more traction. New York Post just recently, and I love the headline. Says the headline was Elon Musk is a total fraud, and they pointed out all the bullet points. Says, look, what I've been saying for months, if not a couple of years now, which is he's never delivered on any promise he was ever going to make. And his promises are so far out there. Every single one of them has just fallen flat on its face. And the only one he didn't, which was the car, he never said, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to, in 6 months prior, I'm going to put a car into space, blah, blah, blah. It just happened. So whatever.
Yeah. It was a good stunt.
Yeah, it was.
That if you go into the history of Australia's West Coast and Solar City, they're in a huge debacle because of Musk selling those home-based solar systems that were supposed to release coal, and now they're getting blackouts and brownouts. Prices have tripled.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there's another one, but you don't hear about that one in the USA much.
No, it's ridiculous. Anyway, what else?
Yeah. So second. Yeah, the second one was, okay, so you might have already talked about this somewhere probably, but there goes one of our finest.
Fighter planes, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we've got a lot more Boeing and General Dynamics people in the movement now. You probably know that.
Yeah.
But anyhow, as far as the Japanese, they say they've landed two mini rovers on an asteroid zooming by. They just happened to align them.
Right.
And they did some great CGI. I'm sure you saw that one, but the CGI was straight out of I said it was straight out of when I was a kid watching Speed Racer. That's how good the quality is. But
yeah, it was awful.
Nobody cares apparently.
Well,
yeah, you saw.
I think they care. I think subliminally behind the scenes we're getting to them. But yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. If anyone hasn't looked that up, please do.
Yeah, and the last one, I don't even know about this one yet. Maybe you do, but I just watched the news when I was making dinner, and this astronaut apparently recorded a song up there with the Tragically Hip, and it's got all that video playing in the background of that hurricane covering 1/3 of the Earth and everything else. And he's got a new music video out on from that. It was on the news, and then the guy from Seattle says, the newscaster says, "Wow, what incredible video footage with that, and so much time on their hands to be able to make this music up there." And they did it with the guy from Tragically Hip, Gordy. He's the bassist. Gordy Downey's the one that died last year. The bassist is Gord Sinclair.
Oh, got it.
And he said that's his buddy who composed it for him, and he played it in space. So
whatever. They're digging their own grave. It's unfortunate, but it's going to happen. Cool.
Yeah, that was the one I don't know much about yet, though. I think that's pretty breaking news about that.
I will take a look when I get a chance. Anyway, thank you for all that, and I gotta let you go.
See you in Bellingham.
Yeah, definitely. We'll call before then. We've still got a few weeks before then, but plan on it because it's going to be kind of fun, and who knows what sort of chaos will ensue.
All right, bro. Yeah, take care.
All right, talk to you soon.
As you say. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, let's jump right over to 951 area code. Are you there? Wait, hang on. How about this? 951. My screen's jumping around a little bit. 951, are you there?
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, I know you. It's Josh. What's happening?
Nothing much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have a new area code.
Okay.
It's no longer 626. It doesn't come up as Alhambra anymore.
Oh, you're right. It just comes up as CA, which is rare.
Which kind of sucks because now I got to go back to all my videos and change my number on the bottom.
Yeah, you're right. That does blow. That's why. You don't have to. Is it in the description or in the video itself?
It's in the description.
Oh, you can mass do.
And it's in the video.
Oh,
but
yeah, you'll have to change the video part. But the description, you can do bulk anything now in YouTube. You can just say change every description, phone number, change all of it. But if your descriptions are different, then you're gonna have to go in individually. That's why I do like I have to blanket all my videos. All my videos have the exact same description, and when I make a change to all of them simultaneously. So just in case.
Well, it's a good thing I only have like a couple dozen videos of.
That is good. You won't have to spend too much time. So
well, because like all the way up until like my number switched over, actually, I had people calling me off my videos. Some dude that said he met you at the Canada conference. His name was Cardinal.
Okay. Probably did.
Apparently, he had a Cardinals hat. He had a red hat. I had no idea, but he was from
I do
Canada.
Remember him. I
And
do
he
remember
gave
him. I
me a
remember
call.
him. He was in the lobby. I remember him. I think I gave him the original draft of my speech, if I'm not mistaken, because he didn't go. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't go into the conference. He was just kind of milling around the lobby. We get people like that sometimes. They'll just kind of hang out, and and it's actually just.
You
as
know
fun
what?
as-
I think he mentioned that.
Yeah.
That he didn't actually go.
Yeah, I know. I do remember this guy. Well, one, there's not a lot of cardinal hats up in Alberta, Canada, and two, it stuck with me because I just finished my speech that morning. It's like, yeah, here, and I signed it and I gave it to him. So cool.
Yeah. Well, he actually gave me a call like 2 days before my phone number switched over.
Mhm.
And talked to me for like a couple hours.
Wow.
I've had like a dozen different people off my videos give me a call, and they've all been really good calls.
Nice.
One of them actually, like I told you before, turned out to be a driver for the gentleman that you were just talking about that got busted by the government.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I still need to have lunch
Elon
with
Musk.
that guy.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Right.
One of their drivers got a hold of me.
Right on.
So I need to have lunch with him.
Cool.
There's something that could be fun.
That's great.
But yeah, dude, and then so this documentary, man, what the hell?
I warned you. I warned everyone.
I know.
And you
I kept
still
telling everyone, like, don't condemn it before you see it. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh, dude, what the hell?
I know, but you got to remember,
And then
everyone,
the name hit me.
anyone that's not into flat Earth, they all see it the same way. I know, and everyone that's into flat Earth, they all see it the same way. Everyone in flat Earth, they want to kill every scientist in there. They want to kill the director and all this. But like, look, it generates a lot of flat Earth buzz. The flat Earth, and you saw me post on Sydney's thing, which is, look, the flat Earth victory movies, those will come later. You can't claim victory yet because we haven't gotten there yet. The first documentaries and the first television things and the first whatever is going to be out there is going to be mixed. It's going to be mixed. There's nothing I can do about that. I know.
Yeah.
I know. No, I was thinking of you actually too. I was going, who's in there? It's like, oh, Caroline and Sydney and Josh. I go, oh, that's great. And they're going to want to kill people. And then when I heard Sydney yelled out at the end of the movie, it's going, oh, of course she did. Of course she did.
Well, no, okay. So the only reason why she even yelled out, though, dude, is because so they called it a Q&A at the end, right? But nobody from the audience that was a flat earther got to ask any questions.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's why she like just blasted like that.
Yeah, and believe me, I was getting sketchy information. Initially, there was going to be no Q&A, and then there was, and then it's like, okay, so the director's not going up on stage and being, he's not going to field questions from the audience. That's a little different, and it's like, okay, so whatever media they claimed exclusive rights to it, and yeah, it probably should have gone a different way, no question. Although let's be honest here, man. Even if Daniel did open it up to the crowd, what's he going to do? He's going to answer. He's not exactly a man of many words, and so he's going to be. Sydney's going to come at him with all this stuff. He's going to be like, I don't know what to tell you. Next question, and then it's still going to be.
Oh,
ugly.
dude, she was pissed about how stupid they made Jaren look because, and so was I. Dude, that was. And you know what? I understand why they didn't use many of his words in the documentary. He didn't have too much of a transcript.
No.
In that video at all, but they had him a lot. Like they just showed him they just showed like everything that went wrong with.
I know.
One of the first laser tests that we ever did, like one of the first freaking tests that was ever.
I know. Here's the good news, though. Believe me, and this is good news. By the time, because I was there in the theater watching a whole bunch of people as well, and I get to talk to a lot of them afterwards. By the time you got to the end of that movie, they were so blown over by the entire concept. They had no idea what went wrong with Jaren's test. Most of them had no freaking clue. I asked them, and they're going, and they knew something went wrong, but they don't know what. And it's just like, they had no idea what the results were supposed to be. Again, remember, they had just been introduced to Flat Earth for the first time 90 minutes earlier. And then you get to the end, you watch Aaron Muffa's test, and you're going, okay, he went wrong. And then you're going, okay, does that mean it's not flat? You had no idea. But I get it. And yeah, Jaren's not going to be thrilled when he watched it, of course. And he knows this. He told me ahead of time. He said, look, he goes, I don't think, it went very well. And I go, remember the first test, they had to come back. The first test, you remember where the laser he couldn't even confine the beam, that they left and they were gone, and they had to fly back a month. They flew back after the conference to do the second one, and it still went badly. So, yeah, it was, I know, but trust me, it will generate a ton. It gives the media a legitimate excuse now to talk about it, because now they don't have to talk to Flat Earthers directly. Now they can refer to the film and then use it as a jumping off point to talk to Flat Earthers and or globalists and or scientists. So don't worry, the good stuff will come. We got to go through this.
I didn't appreciate the whole pat you on the head, put you on the little yellow school bus, send you off to the freaking mental institution field of.
I know.
And
I know.
Nathan just hit me up and said to ask you if you've heard anything on the Nat Geo release. When are they supposed to release their stuff from the Salton Sea?
It's gotta be this month. They're trying to schedule it around the conference. So they're going to try to release it before the conference actually happens. So it's anytime soon. In fact, I should probably I'll email Justin, the producer out there, and say when this is going to happen. Now, don't forget though, it's Nat Geo. So even if it comes out on Nat Geo, I don't know what sort of copyright. I don't think they're going to strike people, but they may block it. Depending on how it's shot, you may have to, somebody may have to reverse image it or put snow over it or whatever it is. But as soon as believe me, I will know real quick when it gets close. So it will be, as far as I know, it's going to be this month.
Awesome. I'm actually glad Sydney was able to put out her take on it first.
No, absolutely.
And by the way, she really appreciates you marrying that for her.
Oh no, Sydney did a fantastic look. I only met her first time at the Salton Sea thing. Obviously, thought she was a crazy blonde woman running around doing whatever. It's like, okay, why is she so excited? Who is this person? And then I got to learn that she was really, really enthusiastic. She was a great Flat Earth cheerleader. It's been fantastic. But no, happy to do it. She does great work, and I thought her documentary. I watched it all the way through and thought it was wonderful. Anyway, hate to do this to you, but
you was her test, dude. That's why she was so excited.
It was. She did a great job. Hey, I hate to do this to you, but I've got to pick up one more call before the end of the show, and it's going to be Zulu. But thank you for all your comments, and again, don't worry, the great stuff is coming. You just gotta hang in there.
Peace out, man. Have a good night.
All right, talk to you later. All right, last call for the evening probably is going to be 845 area code, so let's see who that is. 845, start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it.
New York, New York.
There you go. What's going on?
These vagabond shoes.
And you have the accent to do that, which I love.
You
don't even have to practice that.
I love it. That's great. Thank you. You're awesome.
No, happy to do it. Quote.
What a crazy show tonight, huh?
It has been a crazy show. The
Go
quote
ahead,
coming
go
at you
ahead.
right away is from Peanut Gallery. The object of the superior man is truth. And who said that but Confucius? So it's probably on a fortune cookie or two somewhere.
Interesting. I'll hit you up real quick, too. Never doubt that a small group... Oh, sorry. You ready?
Go ahead. Nope, go ahead.
Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. And that was Margaret Mead. She was an anthropologist, born in 1901, died in 1970.
Nice.
Award winner. I thought that was very good. Very good.
Good.
Hey,
that's
and
really cool.
real quick, I just watched Battlefield Earth again, and
why?
It was fun because I read the book and I absolutely loved the book, and it was just nice to see the visuals, because I know it's all bullshit. But what I was going to say was when they crashed the dome, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
But they made the dome that fell very, very blue, and it looked like ice when it crashed. And I was like, that reminded me of the sky ice that everybody talks about.
Right.
I mean, and it was intentional. It was intentional. There was no doubt about it that they made it that blue. It was very strange.
Very
I know that sometimes some of these things are just, coincidence, perhaps, if that's a real thing.
Yeah. Battlefield Earth, one of the worst movies reviewed ever in the history of movies.
Yeah.
And most of it,
Horrible,
I got to tell you, most of it was because who wrote it? L. Ron Hubbard, the creator of Dianetics and Scientology and all that fun stuff. There was a lot of reviewers.
The book was really good.
Well, I'm sure it was, but they went after him right away, and that happens. If you do something bad outside of the movies, you're gonna lose points even before the room goes dark. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got about a minute, 90 seconds till the end.
Anybody going to the conference, make sure you call. Make sure your room is confirmed. I called today, and they had screwed up my reservation. It wasn't even there. Pardon me. I had to reschedule. I reconfirmed everything. I'm good. Okay. Tuesday, I check in, check out Sunday. Everybody's good. Make sure you do it.
Right on.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to 910. You're part of the family, dude. That's it. You're done. You're screwed.
Nice.
You came out and said that you're just as crazy as us. Too late.
Yeah, he did.
Awesome.
He
awesome.
did, no question.
Awesome.
Cool. You still got
awesome
a minute, 60 seconds.
All right.
What else you got? Anything?
Not much. I'm just psyched to go. I can't wait to get to the conference. I want to see this debate. I want to see your Q&A. Karen B is going to talk. She's amazing.
Right.
I know that a lot of, I know there's a lot of people, but there's a few that, are must see. I have to go and see them, and like I said, your Q&A. People ask seriously good questions.
Yeah, I'm going to catch Karen B's set definitely because, it's her first one. So I'm very excited that she's going to be a part of this, and I think she's going to do great. Anyway, I'm going to wind this down, so you can stay with me for the end.
Alrighty.
Next week, nothing. I think everything's going to be around, so I'll be here, same flat time, same flat channel. And thanks for everybody that called in. Thanks for everybody that stayed with me. And if you are on YouTube, you're not even going to know anything went wrong. So there you go. There's the music. Say goodbye, Mark.
Awesome. Shout out to everybody. Goodbye, Mark.
See ya.
It's a great honor and privilege for us to be here representing not only the United States,